what's up guys? It's Joe from JPRC, and what I have to show you guys here today, it's a proper looking 10 scale trophy truck. I always wanted to make a trophy truck on my own, but I don't have the kind of time, money, and skill to make one from scratch like many guys have done it on YouTube and on the forum. So I was able to piece this one together based off a Axial Yeti. And what I have fitted on it is a 10 scale short course body. This is a 10 scale body from Poline. And if you look up close, this is the Ford F-115 SVT Raptor Clear body. So it's killer looking right now, looking really nice. I haven't really made a way to mount the body, but as you can see, it's not much work. But one of the challenge that people have, like Yeti owners out there, they want to put a short course body on there. They can either get the SC8 or Traxxas Pro Slayer, but those are more tend to be 8 scale body. And then if you run it on a local track with like a 10 scale short course truck, it'll be kind of out looking. So I wanted to make it into a 10 scale, and this is what we got. One of the greatest challenge in making it into a 10 scale short course is the wheelbase on this car. The Axial Yeti is slightly longer than a 10 scale short course, so I was able to make a few simple modifications in a rear end. With the trailing arm and a couple other links and a shortened drive shaft, and now I got the wheelbase to match up perfectly. So this thing is killer looking right now. I really like it. And you can see, with the live solid rear axle in the back, and then an independent suspension up front, it's really nice looking. One thing I have to work on is getting the bumper attached. I have a slash bumper here. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to attach to the body and cut out the opening to make it, proper. Trophy truck looking. Now let me put this on a stand. I'm gonna go into the rear end a little bit and show you how the modification was done. So let's get going. Alright, so I have the car now on a stand, and before going into a little bit more detail, I want to talk about the color scheme I'm gonna put on to this truck. The color I'm looking at is gonna be the blue Red Bull short course truck or trophy truck look. I have already ordered the necessary paint and decals, so they'll be here in a matter of days, and once I get those, I'll get the bodywork started on it. So let's get started and spin it around and to show you around the car. So we're looking at the truck from the rear end. As you can see, the track width matches up perfectly to the body. And then if you look at the wheelbase right here, and as well as the track width up front, they all matches up perfectly. In fact, I got the track width matching front and back from wheel to wheel, and there was no modification made to the car itself, but merely just on the different types of wheels with different offset. So just to show you that, the front track width, we are recording about 200 millimeters on the track width from the wheel to wheel. And then on the rear end, it's got a little bit more width, and it will give you a little bit more cornering stability. And we're looking at about, let's see, yeah, right about 200 millimeters. So, and that's another modification that was easily done by putting different wheels with different offset. So in the back here, I have a Traxxas Slash front wheel that has a little bit more positive offset. Just get in there so that you can see it. There you go. So it has more offset to extend the rear end out. And then on the front end, I have the STE wheels from Duratrax. These are just extra wheels that I have sitting around, and you can see this one has like almost no offset. It's 0 degree, and that's why I can actually narrow the front track in a little bit more. And now it's got the track width front and back, fully matching. And I'm gonna take the body off, and I'll get into the rear end and show you how those links install to shorten the wheelbase. So the first part that we have to do to shorten the wheelbase of the Axial Yeti is to replace the trailing arms with the ones from the Viterra twin hammer. So if you can see, this is the Viterra twin hammer trailing arms, and this is from the 1.9 Crawler or Racer from Viterra. If you put it side by side in terms of length comparison, I have the Yeti trailing arm right here. I should be going this way. It's about 20 millimeter longer for the stock Yeti one. So by putting the twin hammer arm in here, it was shortened by 20 millimeter, and that will actually make it perfect to a 10 scale short course wheelbase. I did have to reuse the ball ends from the stock Yeti arms and swap that in the Vitaria one so that it will fit better. And the second link that I have to replace is the upper link here. This is the upper link, and on the left hand side I have already have a rave upper link standing by. On the right hand side I still have the stock Yeti one here because I just want to show you the difference in terms of their length, and there's about another 20 millimeter difference in length. So if you put it down by on the bench here, then I have it. As you can see, the Wraith one is actually you know, a lot shorter, and that when you line them up perfectly, it will actually make it perfect to be in terms of wheelbase for a 10 scale short course truck. And then lastly, the drive shaft is what I need to replace to shorten to get the whole job done. And as you can see, I already have it installed. And the ones that I took out, these parts from the drive shaft actually shipped with both the RTR version as well as the kit version. So I already took it out, installed it in there. But for comparison, this is the original drive shaft that I had in there, and this was the shaft on the bottom. I only had to replace one end on the bottom, and I didn't have to replace one on top attached to the center diff. So that was it, and there was no cutting or dremeling required for this modification to shorten the wheelbase, and that's what makes it so easy. The parts I picked up for the trailing arm and the rave upper links, they're actually less than $20 on eBay. So and that will actually get the job done perfectly. Alright, so now we have everything back together, and I want to show you the full suspension travel on it. By putting in a shorter trailing arm and a shorter link, didn't really compromise much of the suspension travel here. And as you can see, we can still fully compress the suspension here. And you may notice that I have it on the hole in the rear end to give it a little bit more damping. I don't have a plan to replace the shocks on it immediately, but you know, it'll be on the plan later in the future. And mechanically, there's a few things that I'm going to be making a change to it to improve its handling. One of the first thing that I'll be making is the unlocking the rear diff, and also install the heavy duty gears. I have it already ordered and getting delivered sometime next week. And same thing for the front end. The diff is already messed up in there, but I'll just replace the front end with the new Spidey gear and a heavy duty pinion gear in there, or the drive shaft, and then the gears on the diff housing. And I don't really have much change planned for the overall body yet. I mean, the overall chassis, I'm keeping the same electronic systems in it. And then, you know, I'll make changes as I see it fit. So far, this guard is looking really nice, and I'm enjoying every single bit of it. So, and definitely when this is done, you know, I really can't wait to get it done. I'll be taking it out and then shooting a nice running video. There'll be some test running video before the actual you know, running video. But I hope you guys enjoy the video and find it helpful. And if you like it, you know, please give me a thumbs up. Any questions, post it in the comment, and I'll have the list of parts posted in the description. And then, you know, as always, I would highly encourage you guys to subscribe, because, you know, I'll be making a lot more cool videos like this. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.